British Columbia Institute of Technology acknowledges that our campuses are located on the unceded traditional territories of the Coast Salish nations of Musqueam, Squamish, and Tsleil-Waututh.
Good morning, my name is Caroline Doyle, and these are your 10 a.m. BCIT news headlines. The BC government says people should be prepared for possible power outages and localized flooding from a series of storms expected to hit coastal areas today. The Ministry of Emergency Management says forecasts show potentially significant wind and rainfall for the north and central coast. Wind warnings are also in effect for much of the central interior and the Sunshine Coasts, with gusts of wind expected to reach speeds of up to 90 kilometers an hour. BC's River Forecast Center has issued flood watches for the north and central coast, including the Skeena River, and a lower level stream flow advisory is in effect for the south coast, including the lower mainland. The BC government recommends keeping storm drains clear, preparing for power interruptions from tree damage or down power lines. They also recommend a household emergency kit and preparing grab-and-go bags for each member of your household in case of evacuation and not to drive through floodwater. This morning, we have our reporters out chasing stories. Our producer, Patrick McConnell, is here to update us. Patrick?
Yeah, so we got Gabe Liesi out there talking to animators. They've recently formed a union, which is a pretty big deal. It's going to be the first union in 7 years. So, yeah, that should be pretty exciting. We've also got Gabby Rui interviewing the donor of a huge amount of books to the Richmond Library. How many books was that, Caroline?
120,000 books from one person. I believe that's substantial. We also have our reporter Thomas Adams talking to Vancouver Youth about going green. And we also have some long-form content today. So what can we expect from the long form?
Yeah, so Keone Mo is talking to actor Ryan Leno about landing the journey of landing a big role in family law. And then we also got Elijah Ford talking to folks about how Surrey's making a push to have its own stadium. Back to you, Caroline.
Thank you, Patrick. Police in Abbotsford say they responded to dozens of calls about illegal fireworks overnight Tuesday, including some that disrupted flights at the city's airport. They say a bylaw prohibits such pyrotechnics, but officers responded to about 50 reports of illegal fireworks between 5 p.m. Tuesday and 5 a.m. yesterday. Police say the calls added pressure during a busy night with nearly 130 incidents, including assaults, mental health crises, and missing persons, impaired drivers, and a sudden death, as well as what police describe as a border runner. The federal and Ontario governments are kicking in $3 billion to help build 4 small nuclear reactors in the Greater Toronto Area. Ontario Power Generation announced the project earlier this year, and Premier Doug Ford says the work has already begun.
As work continues, I'm pleased to announce that Ontario is investing up to $1 billion through the Building Ontario Fund to support the construction of these SMRs. And I'm absolutely thrilled that the federal government is stepping up with its own investment of $2 billion.
The province says that once all 4 reactors are up and running, they'll produce enough electricity to power 1.2 million homes. We're now only one day away from the first game in the World Series between the Toronto Blue Jays and the LA Dodgers.
You got a diamond, you got 9 men, you got a hat and a bat, and that's not all. You got the
Toronto Blue Jays legend and fan Joe Carter, who won the World Series with Toronto in 1992 and 93, admits his stress levels were high Monday night while watching Game 7 of the American League Championship Series.
It was as nerve-wracking, and I got to experience how the fans and how my wife felt during all those times we had to run to the championships. It was nerve-wracking.
Despite the daunting task to win, he believes the Blue Jays will make the Dodgers play hard. He's predicting a good series and a Jays victory in 7 games. Now for weather, it's 12 degrees right now, cloudy with rain showers throughout the day. We've got a high of 13 and a low of 11, so grab your umbrellas and gumboots and drive safely. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Caroline Doyle with our producer, Patrick McConnell. Orchid Slang is up next at 10:30. For more news, thank you for watching.
Stay tuned for more on BCIT's 1680 The Crow.
I knew a bit about Lightroom and Photoshop before coming into the program, but I didn't really know much about Premiere, and that kind of scared me. And so BCIT has really helped to kind of grow my skills in video editing, which is something I didn't really think I could do before and actually really enjoy now. It also taught me how to use the big cameras, so I can use more than just a DSLR now, which is very helpful as well.